Hello everyone, I am GCROCK and today I'm going to be showing you where all 39 pieces of intel are on Alien's Fireteam Elite. These can be quite tricky to find, so I'm going to do my best to show you the exact location of them, and if you do enjoy the video, please do hit like and share to support it. Hit subscribe if you want more Alien's Fireteam Elite videos as well, because I do have more planned. I am really in love with this game, so yeah, hit subscribe to check out future videos as well. And before you leave today, we have a fantastic gaming community. If you need people to play with on this game, come and check us out. So there's 39 pieces of intel in total. If you do collect all of these, you do get a trophy and achievement for doing that also. And we're going to be starting right away now. So the first 3 pieces of intel can be found at your main base at the UAS Endeavor. You can see that I've already collected all 3 of these. I'm going to show you now exactly where they are. So starting from the hangar here, where you've got the spaceship behind you, just take a left. The armory is just over there, but where you want to head to is just up these stairs here. Run all the way up to the top, and in this room here, you're going to find 1 piece of intel just on the wall. I can't search this because I've already got it, but just hold square on that, and that's 1 piece. The second and third pieces are back down on the bottom floor of the base, and if you run down the steps, head to the left here, you're going to find a second piece of intel just around this area here. It's going to be on this box. Again, I can't search this because I've got it, but it's going to be on this box here. Just hold square or X if you're on Xbox. And the third piece of intel, just carry on along here, and you're going to be coming to this area just near this restock box here. If you come past, you're going to find this like flag on the floor, and you're just going to need to search this. That'll be 3 out of 3 for this area, and this area complete. Next up, we are moving on to the missions. As you can see here, every single mission has 3 individual missions, and there's 3 intel per individual mission that you're going to need to find. We're going to be starting with Priority 1, Ingress. Not too long after patching into the network, you're going to be advancing onto Hoenick's PDT. Just come through this area here, and you're going to need to take a right at the end of this hallway to continue on to the objective. Instead of going right, just hang left instead, and you're going to find this piece of intel here just on the table. I can't interact with it because I already have it, but this is going to be the Katanga flight recorder. After a few areas of fighting aliens and about at the midpoint of the mission, you're going to enter this area here and be instructed to turn the power back on. Instead of heading to the objective, take a right over this little bridge here, and you're going to find a dead facehugger. This is just a couple of areas past the last intel. You're going to come to this location here, and you're going to have to battle quite a lot of aliens. You got this restock box here on the left. Rather than face the objective and head there, just head down these stairs. And to the left here, you're going to find the 3rd intel of this mission and the last one. And this is called the Colonial Indenture Contract. The next piece of intel is right at the start of the next mission. So this is the rescue mission of Priority 1. You're going to just come through this doorway right at the start of the mission. You're going to be going to this objective here. What you want to do is just take a left through this doorway, take another left here. You'll see this table, and you're going to find the first piece of intel on this mission called Eye of the Seegson magazine. The next piece of intel is the liquid replenishment latex, and it can be found after the main battle in this area here. So once this area's battle's done, you're going to be following the objective through this corridor here, and you're going to be heading down these steps past this double door. Instead of going right to the bottom of the steps where you can see it wants me to go, take a right through this doorway here, and you're going to find the intel just here. And then towards the end of this rescue mission of Priority 1, you're going to need to interact with this computer here to unlock the inner door. But before you do that, just take a left here where this room's shining red. And just to the left side of this room, you're going to find the Seegson maintenance jack just on the table here, which I have already collected. We are now moving on to the Priority 1 extract mission. This is the 3rd mission of Priority 1, and we're looking for Hoenick's ID badge. This is at the very start of the mission, the second you spawn in. Instead of following the objective, just take a left, run down here, and you're going to find the ID badge on the floor. The next piece of intel is much further into the mission. It's the cargo manifest, and you're going to go through the whole of the lower waste department before coming up these steps. Once you get to this area, you come up these steps, you go through this double door, you're going to see the cargo manifest right in front of you, just here. And then not too much further on from the last piece of intel, you're going to come to this area here, and this is the final piece of intel for the Priority 1 mission. This is the 9th piece, and it is the Cracked Rooks Squadron Cap. So once you have found intel, you do need to return it to base. You can see here for Priority 1 now we've found all 9 pieces of intel. I've handed 8 of them back in already, but you can see this one here, intel found synthetics. It's still green, it's got a green exclamation mark, and it's trying to get my attention. It means it's not been handed in yet, so make sure that once you have collected intel and you return to the base, you're handing this in. You can see very clearly the green exclamation mark here. Go and hand the intel in, and that will complete that piece of intel.
I hope you did not ingest that.
I believe that this needs to be done to unlock the trophy or achievement as well, so make sure you're doing this after you find each piece of intel. The next mission is Giants in the Earth, and this is right at the start of the first section of that mission, Insertion. You're going to have an alien battle in this area here, but before you move on, just check out this tent over to the right here. You're going to find an empty can of Aspen. The next piece of intel is called the Colonial Protection Act of 2187. You're going to come into this location here and have a battle against a lot of aliens. Once you've cleared this section, just follow this path here to find the intel. The last piece of intel on this section of the mission is just as you cross the bridge where there's an airstrike behind you. As you can see, there's the airstrike. This area here, just hang to the left here, go past this vehicle, and you're gonna find the pilot's cowboy hat just here on the table.
Fireteam, secure an LZ so we can pick you up later.
Moving on to the next mission in the Giants in the Earth. This one is called Contact. You're going to find the first piece of intel right at the start as you go through these doors and see this giant head. Just go down towards the giant head to find the first piece of intel on this mission. And this is the Cmisrs intel. I've already collected it, but it's just going to be here on this red device. Continue on in the mission until you get to this area here where you're going to be going through this door after a battle. You're going to come down the steps and see this big bull. When you see this bull, it's the first one you're going to see in the mission. Just take a right and you're going to find the second piece of intel just on this desk here. I've already got it, but it's this red device and it is the Frontier War. Once you reach this area with the big guy in front of you, this is going to be the location of the final collectible on this mission. It is the Wayland Yutani ball cap, and you just want to go up here. There are going to be enemies that you're going to need to kill, but head around here and you're going to find it just in the corner right here.
Don't let them pin you.
Moving on to the final mission of Giants in the Earth, and you're gonna have to go a little bit into this mission before you find your first piece of intel. It's in this area here, and as you can see, I got a purple marker on my screen and they want me to pick up that power cell to place in the console. Before you do that, just head over to the left side of this area and you're gonna find Onika's signed NDA just on this white folder here. I've already collected it, so I can't pick it up. That's the first out of 3 intel for this mission. The second piece of intel on this mission is Rodriguez ID badge. Now, once you come to this location here, this door will open, you'll see this device in front of you. You'll know you're in the correct spot. And what you want to do is just run all the way down to the left side of this area. You've got all these enemies that you are going to have to deal with. They're going to wake up and try and kill you. But I'm going to show you the location of this piece of intel. And it is just right here. You can see the badges on this box here. I've already collected it, but just come here and you'll get your second piece of intel. Shortly after the second piece of intel that we just found, you're going to want to get the server panel intel, which is in the final area of the game. You're going to be putting in power cells again. Just when you get to this area, quickly head where I do now. It's underneath the area where your medkits are and your restock is, just above me now. And you're going to find the server panel just here. This is the last piece of intel for the mission, Giants in the Earth. You can move on from here. Moving on to the next campaign mission called the Gift of Fire, and we're going to start with the Recon part of this mission. And the first piece of intel is called the 40th Marine Expeditionary Unit. It's right at the start of the mission. Just as soon as you spawn in, you're going to be here. Turn around, head up here next to this statue, and you'll find the piece of intel. I already have this, but what you're going to search is this laptop. The next piece of intel on this mission is Issue of Unexplained Universe, and it's in this area here. It's the third item that you need to scan. You can see on the floor here. It wants you to scan this, but before you do, just head over to the right, and you're going to find a piece of intel just here on this. Continue on in the mission until you find this dome-looking structure here. You're going to be next to your final intel, which is the empty pathogen ampule. Head to the right, which is where the mission wants you to go. You're going to enter this room with a big head in it. And just stick to the right. You'll see some things that you need to scan, but just carry on, and you'll find this piece of intel on the floor. Advance is the second part of the Gift of Fire mission. It's a little bit of a maze. Everything looks the same, so I'm trying my best. So you're going to come to this area. This is like after the first two main areas of the mission. You'll come through this door. You can see this ledge here that you can jump up on, and this is where your first piece of intel is going to be. So just jump up, and you'll notice these 3 boxes, and there's a file on top, which is Scientist Notepad with Glyphs. After the room where you need to scan the ceiling, you're going to head through this door here. There's another door where the objective wants you to go through down this slope, but before you go through that door, there's a piece of intel just up here called the Gateway Station. It's just this red device here, or this folder. One of those two, I don't know which one it is, but I've already got it. Make sure you pick this up before you head through the door. And then after you've collected that, head through this door down this slope, and you're going to find the final piece of intel on this mission called the Dead Popper. You just come through here, head over to the left and go up this slope here. You're going to have a load of enemies, so I'm just going to throw a grenade out. And the Dead Popper is just on the floor here. Again, I've already found this, so I'm not able to collect it, but you'll be able to collect it if you don't have it. And that's it for this mission. In the final part of the Gift of Fire mission called Boarding, you're going to want to continue the mission until you get on the ship. You'll see this hologram in front of you. Just follow where I go now down this left side to find the first piece of intel called the Strange Helmet. I already have this, but if you do not have it, you'll be able to interact with this helmet here. In the very next area from the last intel, you're going to see this restock. There's a crate, you got some med kits, and it's going to want you to interact here on the floor. Instead of that, just head down this ramp here and take a left, and you're going to find the second piece of intel on the mission, which is a severed stalker tentacle, just right next to this chair here. Again, I already have this, but if you don't have it, you'll be able to interact with this. And then the 9th and the final piece of intel on the Gift of the Fire campaign is just here. This is towards the end of the mission. It's just after you have to go and find one of the holograms to scan. But you're going to come up this slope. You're going to open this door. You're going to see the structure in front of you. So this device here. This is where the final piece of intel is. So just go around to the left, and you're going to find it just here by this chair.
Is this something we can mess with?
And it is the control flutes. This is it for this mission. You can move on to the final campaign.
Get us to whatever passes for engineering. We'll take up.
So the final campaign is the only way to be sure, and the first mission is called Breach. You need to get quite far into this mission to get to this area here. When this door opens, you'll notice the red flashing lights. You're looking for the armor weapons case, which if you follow my route, you'll find.
Hook those puppies up.
Just after the last area, you're going to come up to this big open area here. And inside here is going to be the second piece of intel, which is the UAS Sentinel poster. Just follow my routes.
More dry guns. Get them rearmed.
And the final piece of intel on the breach part of this campaign is the salivary gland from a spitter, and it can be found as you enter this area here. It's the first area where you see this like hive all over the walls, and you're meant to go down there. But if you just hook right here, you see this device here, and you'll find the gland just on the floor near the door. That is all for this first part of this campaign. The next part of the Only Way to Be Sure campaign is Search, and right at the start of this mission you're going to be coming down corridors that look like this. It's close to the start, and you're going to come to this bit here where you're going to want to turn right to follow the objective through this door. Instead of following that objective, carry on to the end of this corridor, take a left, and you'll find the first intel in this mission here. It is the partially dissolved helmet. For the second piece of intel on this mission, you're going to come to this staircase here where you go down quite a bit. On your way down, you're going to find the second piece of intel, and it's called the Hyperdyne Weapons Catalog. It's just here. I can't collect it because I've already got it, but if you've not got it, you'll be able to interact with this folder. The final piece of intel in Search is in this area here. You're going to have these catwalks. The objective is taking you down that way over there. Just give you a clear picture of the area, but you just want to head over to the right here. You got these steps going down here, and this is where the third piece of intel is hidden. You can see it's just to the left of this laptop here, the Union of Progressive Peoples. And we are now on the final three pieces of intel, and this is on the Regicide part of the Only Way to Be Sure. The first piece of intel is as soon as you get to this location here, you got a restock box, you got a supply box, a med kit, you got some aliens attacking you as well, and plenty of eggs. It wants you to interact with this terminal. It's the first terminal of the mission to interact with. Instead of doing that, run all the way up this left side here, up these steps. And you're going to find the first piece of intel just in the corner here on the floor. I've already collected this, but what you're looking for is a drone shedding. It'll be here if you've not collected it. The second piece of intel on this mission, which is the Free World Empire, is going to be in this location here. Following on from the last location, you're going to come up to this area with the restock box and the first aid kit there. Just run straight ahead and up this slope here, taking a hard left. Ignoring all these eggs for now, and you're going to find the intel here. Free World Empire. And then the 39th piece of intel and the final piece of intel in the game is just after you interact with the lift and come downstairs. You're going to come to this area here. There is going to be aliens to fight. It's a big open area. You can see the objective is over there to the right. Once you clear out a few aliens, just run straight ahead here, and you're going to find the 39th piece of intel just here. It's the Corporal Ship's dog tag. So pick that up. And you have completed all of the intel. And as I said at the very start of the video, once you collect the intel, you do need to hand it in. So head back to your base, hand all your intel in, and once you handed in your last piece, the trophy or achievement will pop up for you.
You found old dog. Some 20, a lot of people got...
And that is it, and that is the end of the video. Apart from the trophy or achievement, I didn't notice anything rewarded to you for collecting all 39 pieces of intel. So if I am wrong, do correct me in the comments. But yeah, that is everything. If you got any questions, please do ask down below. I did try to be as clear as possible throughout this video. I do hope it helped. If it did, hit like and share to support the video. Don't forget to subscribe for more content from me as well. I've got some more aliens videos coming for you very, very soon. And yeah, check out our community. If you need people to play with on this game, there is people in there playing this. So click the link at the top of the video description and come and check us out. But this is now the end of the video. Thank you so much for watching. And until the next one, stay safe and peace out.